It's got a week full of announcements as well as its earnings. Let's just go through what we've already heard today. Among the new products, we understand, of course, has been this new iMac starting at $1,299. It's coming with that M4 chip, all about, of course, AI there, an upgraded camera, Apple Intelligence as well, coming online as soon as today. Let's get to it with Anurag Rana. And we're all trying to work out at the moment, Anurag, how we're going to be using Apple Intelligence in our various Apple products. But how important are these announcements, particularly the Mac update?
Yeah, see, when you look at the Mac updates, I think its announcement is important from a tech point of view, just to showcase how good Apple is when it comes to the chip technology, how far it has come in the last 4 to 5 years. I think it's probably important from that more point of view than financial, because as you know, Mac account for less than 10% of total sales for Apple. So financially, not so much, but it's an important from a tech point of view.
What's also been grinding everyone is the hopes that Apple Intelligence will, of course, make us all use and depend on artificial intelligence that much more. But the fact that it's not coming until December for the operating system update really to make it useful for us. How much has that been an issue for you from a perspective on Apple as a buy?
Now, when you look at it from a, just a product refresh cycle, we think this is a good catalyst, but for the long run, which means over the next few years, we will see this basically force customers or consumers who have Apple products to go out and buy new things. I don't think it's going to have people rush out and get things over the next 6 months. And I think that's where our discussion is slightly different than what some of the other analysts are looking for, is an iPhone super cycle. We don't think that's going to happen this year. We think that could be more of a phenomena with the iPhone 17 launch.
Yeah, I love the title of your latest React. You go to the Bloomberg and manage to get it, the Bloomberg Intelligence, and it says the launch is a long-term driver for products. In the short term, there's some interesting news that's been broken around a key development of Apple being rolled out or not rolled out, it would seem, in certain countries. Can you talk to us about Malaysia and whether or not it's important that iPhones won't be accessible there?
So when you look at it, the launch of Apple Intelligence features, that will be staggered throughout. Now, as far as some of the emerging markets are concerned, those are really important end markets. And I saw the same news release as you saw, and there was some investment decision that Apple did not make that mark. But, I'm fairly confident over the next 12 months or so, Apple will take care of that from its end. But the biggest market, or the most important thing for us going into the quarter, is what's really happening in China. And I think that people really forget how important that market is for Apple. And I think that's where some of the disappointment may be there.
So, and I correct myself, Indonesia is blocking Apple from selling its latest iPhones. This is more a quarrel about how much investment the company is making within Indonesia, feeling that not enough has been made. More broadly, how resolute is the emerging markets? How necessary is it for new markets to continue to evolve for Apple?
See, it's incredibly important. When you look at a market like the US, let's say the population size of 300 odd million, 350 million, somewhere around that, Indonesia is the same size. So longer term, as those countries become more richer or more affluent, they will be looking at Apple products in order to, be a big part of that ecosystem. So whether it's China, whether it's India, whether it's Brazil or Indonesia, all of these markets are extremely important for Apple.
Anurag, we thank you so much at Bloomberg Intelligence, breaking it down with the latest Apple announcements.